I bet Nocturnal knows we're coming. So much for the element of surprise.
Where's Vile's hound? Has he abandoned us already?
I suppose I'm ready. As long as you're ready, that is. You are ready.
If Vile and his hound have already betrayed us, I'll turn that...
Mother and bones! Nocturnal sends creatures into our realm, not while Barbas is on guard. Scoffin! Come forth!
Where are you going, creature?
I promise to show you the way. There, follow that path. That's the way to the tower. Now, I have a realm to defend.
I don't think I like Barbas very much.
And to think we're depending on the actions of mortals. Ah, well, let's talk. Nocturnal dares much attacking my master's realm. But here you are, safe and sound. The Crystal Tower. At least it's the version that exists in the Fields of Regret. Now, I really need to get back to barking and bite. Well, that depends on how good Mephalah's magic is. If you're attuned to the Resolute Anchor like she promised, then the doors to the Crystal Tower will... That was the plan, yes. But plans change when Nocturnal attacked my master's realm. Now Clavicus Vile wants me to repel those invaders and start preparing contingencies in case you fail. Understand, I have no contingencies, so try not to fail. I've never been inside a tower that straddles every reality, but I expect you're going to have to go up, up, up. If you do reach the Night Mistress, fight her once for me. Remember Mephalah's warning. Stray too far from the Resolute Anchor, and you'll get lost between realities.
All realities, huh? I can't even...
Well, we're not going to accomplish much.
This place looks surprisingly intact.
The interior and the exterior of such places rarely coincide perfectly. I pity the sapiarchs that were present when Nocturnal unleashed this magic.
Dead end? Did we make a wrong turn?
Wait, tower. It's moving. Fascinating. It appears to be reconfiguring itself.
Then let's get moving before the tower remakes this platform out of existence.
I expect we'll see more evidence of this malleable nature the higher we climb.
Look at this place. Part of the ceiling has fallen in.
Yes, but what happened to the Shadow Sapiarchs? They were thick as crows on the lower levels.
Stay back!
Really? A walking volcano?
I don't know how you entered the tower, but you must get out of here.
She's still alive. We have to help her.
No, stay back. The relic that protects me, it's failing. You can't help me.
She's right. Look how she's starting to fade.
Please, before I am lost, tell me, what happened? I deserve to know why the tower has done this. Nocturnal? So I am to die as a pawn in some game played by a Daedric prince? I'm sorry, but you've reached a dead end. The explosions, I was just doing my studies, like any other day. And then the tower began to shake suddenly. I heard screams, such horrible screams. I watched I don't know. I grabbed this staff in hopes of balancing myself from the swaying of the tower. There was a flash of light and I was alone. But I'm so scared. The staff's magic is fading. Oh gods, I'm going to end up like that. The old ballista. If you could get it working again, it might be strong enough to punch through the debris. Oh gods, the relic. I don't want to die.
Let me help you. Clear your mind.
It's so hard to concentrate.
Think of your loved ones. Picture their faces, and my magic will help you.
I see them. The pain is fading. I can see.
She's gone.
Her last moments were peaceful. I saw to that. The magic that held back the shadows is gone. They'll be upon us before we know it. The shadow creatures are all...
Now what? The dying Sapiarch was right. That is a ballista. It's not broken, it's just missing a few parts. Look around while I get the rest of it back in working condition. That should do it. Just need a crank, a rope, and some ballista bolts. That should work. Let's blast away out of here. Now that's how to clear a path. I need one of those.
Curious. From the opening.
So that's what they meant when they said the tower was in every realm at the same time.
Yes, that must control the gate across the chamber. It appears to require a key, however. Down there. That looks like a likely candidate.
Nocturnal started to repair transparent law. Soon none of this will matter. How observant, Knight. Why do you insist on prolonging your pain, Lathan?
You know nothing about pain.
A pity. I thought we were the same. No matter. Your quest ends here.
Enough! Just hand over the damn key!
She's just trying to slow us down. Meet up at the gate pedestal.
I'm beginning to hate that.
Try the key pedestal. She did something to the controls. The gate won't open. We must be nearing the pinnacle of the tower. That's why Nocturnal sent her champion to slow us down. Nocturnal's Earl damaged this mechanism beyond repair. Even if we had acquired the key, I'm not sure it would have opened the gate. Sapiarch magic is powerful, but not as powerful as the magic of the Psijic Order. Since we don't have the key, I can try to overcome the damaged mechanism and then follow after you. I can operate the mechanism manually from here. Then, once you and Darien are through the gate, I can tell him... The gate! It's opening! Go on! I can't hold this for very long!
Nathan, watch out!
I have to stop you here. All of you.
I wondered if you'd actually show yourself instead of just projecting menacing images.
A closed gate won't save them, Lathan.
No, but this will keep you busy for a time.
No!
Where'd they go? Is Lathan gone?
That should keep her busy. For a short time, at least.
Why are you glowing?
I was overconfident, I'm afraid. Valcerin always said I was too sure of my own abilities. I just assumed I'd be able to get back to the protection of the Resolute Anchor before I was unmade. Pity. I would have preferred a more heroic ending. I had to do something to get rid of Nocturnal's champion. At least for a little while. Beyond that, I really did hope that a moment outside the Anchor's protection wouldn't be fatal. Just something. You can stop Nocturnal. I'd really rather not see you and the Knight wind up with this fate. And if all goes well, you can tell Valcerin that I'm sorry. Now hurry. Nocturnal's Earl won't be gone long. I should be thanking you. You had no reason to trust me, yet you did. And you gave me a chance to see my wife, to reconcile with her in a way. Now go and beat Nocturnal. I have faith in you. Tell her I'm going to go be with our daughter. Tell Val that we will wait for her.
We should keep moving. There's nothing more we can do here. Come on. Lathan gave us a chance. Nocturnal's realm. We've gotta be nearing the top of this damn thing. Ignore the creepy voice. We have to keep going.
That's far enough. My mistress can't be interrupted. Her work is too important.
Give me the damn Dawnbreaker back.
Come and get it! I don't understand. Why didn't the sword protect me?
Because Dawnbreaker was never intended for you.
Meridia's magic is gone. The blade isn't yours anymore either.
We'll see about that.
Join Meridia in my eternal darkness.
We are not dying like this! That worked? I mean, of course it worked. I just need a moment. Nocturnal's Earl was wrong. Meridia's power, it's not gone. Her magic remains strong and vibrant. I finally understand everything Meridia told me. Her power, it's inside me. And with it, I can remove the corruption from Dawnbreaker. Then this is even better. You can use the restored Dawnbreaker to save the world. I just won't be around to see it happen. I finally understand. I'm the vessel of Meridia, her champion. But you're the key. I'm saying you've got this. Whenever a threat appears, you bring the champions together. You find a way to win. And I'll be at your side for this one final battle. I'm returning the last of Meridia's power to the blade, so you can stop Nocturnal. I wouldn't do this for anyone else. Thank you. For everything.
The tower crystal is almost whole. You're too late, mortal. You are too late. Once the crystal is made whole, I shall become infinite. Meridia's power won't help you against me. And this time, succeed where last you failed.
Finally! My true purpose! I will not fail you, Mother! You can't stop me! I only grow stronger as we bathe this world in darkness!
Witness my unbridled power! No! Tower crystal was supposed to be mine!
You did it. I knew it. Transparent law, it's whole again. I didn't think that was possible, and you stopped Nocturnal. You're back upon Summerset, my friend. The tower itself, it reformed. But, of course, when you restored the tower crystal, it most likely expelled Nocturnal back to her own realm. I'm a little concerned that I was able to walk in without a key, but we can figure... Lathan. I'll mourn for Lathan later. I'm just glad he helped you. He would have made our daughter proud. For now, you have to tell...
As I predicted, your efforts were successful. A slight chance is all probability requires. There is no such thing as impossible odds. You are proof of that. Was that Meridia's plan all along? Perhaps, perhaps not. Your perseverance paid off, life and death. It's all part of the ongoing circle. As long as you remember them, they will never be forgotten. It took Nocturnal hundreds of years to put all the pieces of her plan into place. And you wiped it all out with a single thrust of the Dawnbreaker. Next, every action we take can tip the balance of the flow of time. Bask in the moment and realize that you have done well, my mortal friend. You have saved the Crystal Tower, saved Summerset, saved reality itself. Even I could not have done better. One day, next, every action we take can tip the balance of the flow of time. Bask in the moment and realize that you have done well, my... For now, I must attend to other matters.
We still have work to do, my friend. I'm afraid we still have work to do. While the Crystal Tower is protected against Daedra, any mortal can now walk right through its gates. We must convince the Sapiarchs to gather allies in order. It will take an influence far stronger than you and I. Of that, I'm sure. We'll call a meeting of Summerset's most influential leaders. Perhaps we've already seen the devastation that's possible when the tower falls into the wrong hands. And the recent attack by Nocturnal only reinforces the need for greater protection. I want you there to help plead our case. Will you join us? Go and tell Oriandra of my plan. She'll know which parties to contact. I'd also like to ask Sotha Seal to join us. Honestly, I haven't yet had a moment to process all that happened. There's still so much to be done, and perhaps that's for the best. The time to grieve can wait. For now, we must ensure the...
It's good to see you alive and well. Word has already spread about your daring exploits within the Crystal Tower. It's still a little hard to believe, truth be told. Of course, there's so much left to do. I already have a list as long as my arm. That doesn't sound good. Is there another crisis I have yet to be informed about? I'd almost rather deal with another crisis than try to convince the Sapiarchs. Still, it will be done. I'll even make sure to invite the Proxy Queen. Her palace should make for a suitable meeting place. Neutral ground and all that. Sotha Seal's in his study, preparing to depart. He never seems to stick around for very long. I suggest you hurry if you want to catch him.
Valhalla again. I thought such an outcome likely. The time has come for my departure. I've always felt a sense of peace in Artaeum, but also discomfort. A consistent dilemma within me which seems to have only grown. I'll be glad to get back to the Clockwork City. There's much to do. While you confronted Nocturnal, I worked within the shadow of your efforts. Negotiations with both Clavicus Vile and Mafala were held, and a compromise was decided upon. The two have agreed to a compact, an end. Knowing the nature of Daedra, I doubt that shall be the case. However, any direct interference within Nirn should cease, while the terms are met, of course. Perhaps. She likely contemplates her next course of action even now, given such a defeat. It may be centuries before she makes another attempt. Then again, could be days. Such is the chaotic nature of the... I must decline. Valserin may see me as an ally, but to Summerset, I am a foreign interloper. An enemy of the state. My participation would not be welcome. The need for my... And so the gears turn once more. Ever-changing, yet ever the same. With you always in the center, it seems. I take no pleasure in such distractions from my work. Still, I would not dislike it if we spoke again. Farewell.
As in all things, repetition begets The hallmarks of a true Psijic monk are precision. As in all things,
brothers and sisters. You look at one another and suspect nothing. But in any heart, the depravity of Daedric worship is running rampant through our lands. Look around! Anyone gathered here could truly be... especially now! See who crawls onto our shores. The bastard children of Malakath, the tainted Velothi. Even now the taint of Daedra walks across our island uncontested. Shall we permit our great land, our divine provenance, to be desecrated? As I have said,
Is that actually a member of the City Order?
It must be. There must be something important going on to bring them out of hiding.
Finally, you arrived. We were able to gather everyone together, but they've already started the meeting. Valcerin tried to make them wait, but the Sapiarchs demanded to be honest, not great. Even the Proxy Queen is hesitant to accept our request. As always, everyone's so worried about Everyone's gathered in the council chamber. You should go inside.
You can't make such demands. The Sapiarchs are the keepers of the Crystal Tower.
This is about more than the College of Sapiarchs, Lanatil.
If Raz could intervene. Perhaps we should hear from our newly arrived friend.
We concur with Razumdar. Let us hear what the adventurer has to say.
Raz had many plans for what he would do once Summerset was safe. Find drink, find food, a chance to relax.
This situation sets a precedent that makes us uncomfortable. The Sijic Order tries our patience, but we will allow this council meeting to play out. Razumdar has suggested we hear from you, so please.
I've tried every reasonable argument I could possibly think of, and still, Sapiok Lonity.
The Sapiarchs recognize your bravery on our behalf in Lalandril and within the Crystal Tower, but there is nothing you can say that will alter our thinking on this matter. So Valsarin claims. If this is true, the College shall institute new measures to protect the tower. That is well within our capabilities. The Sijic Order is responsible for all that has happened. Why should I trust them now? Perhaps you're right, but the Sapiarchs did not cause these events. The Sijic Order did. My people died protecting the Crystal Tower. Why should I accept aid from the very Order that's responsible for their deaths? Be that as it may, the Sapiarchs will continue to do as we always have. We shall protect the Crystal Tower. Entrusting that responsibility to anyone else, that's your opinion. You are a newcomer. I have no reason to believe that you have Summerset's best interests in mind. For all I know, you and...
Our friend has proven their mettle time and time again. Raz thinks you should hear about these deeds. Oriandra, admit our guests now, yes?
What are you up to, Razumdar?
I will vouch for this adventurer. While I was blinded by prejudice and hate, their actions saved Shimmerine.
The Divine Prosecution recognizes this adventurer's efforts to maintain the peace. I can personally attest that they saved Katan Keep from a Daedric cult.
Alchemy vouches for this adventurer. Within our troop, loyalty and trust come before all. This brave hero has demonstrated those qualities 1,000 times over.
We have heard enough. We accept that the adventurer is trustworthy. Sapiarch Larnatil, listen to what they have to say.
I apologize for my assumptions. It's clear you've done much good for Summerset and its people. The protection of the Crystal Tower. I can't deny the truth of your words. Very well. Henceforth, the Sapiarchs will accept outside aid in order to best protect the Crystal Tower. I'll begin preparations immediately. However, I still refuse to allow the Sijic Order to participate. I promise we will work with the Proxy Queen to make sure the Crystal Tower remains safe. I'll begin preparations immediately. We'll even allow the Divine Prosecution and the Mages Guild to participate in these efforts.
Raz is sure there are many more details to work out, but for now, this one just wants a very strong drink.
If you would wait a moment, my friend, I'd like to talk privately. Thank you for helping me win this last battle. While the Sijic Order will not be among those protecting the Crystal Tower, we never meant to take such a direct role in events. We're observers, watchers. We lend a hand, guide fate, but never directly shape it. On an interim basis until we get beyond this crisis and can make a decision for the future. In the meantime, I want to atone for what the Right Master and Lathan did. I owe Summerset that much, at least. You're attuned to Artaeum and have a connection to the Sijic Order now. The portal will always be open. I believe there's a certain Khajiit who wishes to speak to you. Go on, and make sure he hasn't gotten himself... seat from our throne.
After all Raz has done for Queen and country, you would deny him this small comfort?
Why Cousin Irene tolerates you, we'll never understand. We deal with Razumdar out of respect for our dear cousin. But some days are more trying.
Raz could get used to such a seat. Metaphorically speaking, of course. This one would prefer a throne with far more padding. But enough of such talk. Today we celebrate your victory. Raz thought of many different plans once he heard of this meeting. He is glad the first turned out so well. His other plans, well, there is no need to dwell on such unsavory details. This one never doubted you could do it, Fiveclaw. Actually, Raz may have doubted you a few times, or many times, but he apologizes for that. After all, you have now... Raz did indeed. On behalf of Queen Irene, this is for you. Ironic how Summerset was saved by one of the newcomers it so distrusts. This is a good lesson for the High Elves, yes. Maybe now they'll realize that change is not so bad after all. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Raz certainly plans to.
Our throne, Razumdar. We would have it back now.
So tense, your majesty. Must be this uncomfortable throne. Perhaps Raz could suggest a most comfortable cushion upon which you could sit.
Such a cushion is much too lumpy for our tastes, Cat. We thank you for the aid you provided to our green and...
Raz has much to do after this. Reports to write, missives to send. Perhaps he will go visit his family once all is done. It has been far too long since he has seen them. But first, Raz shall drink some very expensive wine.